Cranage Sunday, the Chris Green from Sound Foundations showing us the DS Audio eccentricitizer, is it?
Eccentricity stabilizer.
There we go.
ES for short, 001. And what it does is you have sensors here and here, and they read the run-out groove, which is obviously the only circular groove on your record. And then, literally, if you pop over here, because the screen's on the top, switch it on. Nice graph there. And then it basically measures how off-center that is from your spindle. And you can see the crosshair moving. And there's the graph, and here's the readout in microns as to how off-center it is. So that's about 1/3 of a millimetre wonky. And that obviously means your stylus, instead of staying rock solid, will be moving left and right throughout the entire side of the record. And what you can do with this gadget is stop the turntable. Depending on the size of your spindle and the actual record you're using, a lot of them have enough wiggle room to correct them. If it's really off-center or it's really tight on the spindle, you can simply read in the hole, make it slightly larger, and then you've got adjustability. So all I'm going to do now is physically move the record using the screen to move the crosshair into the center. And we're talking microns here, so it takes a little bit of practice. I've been doing this all weekend, so I'm good here. But the turntable got to speed, and we've gone from, what was it, about 1/3 of a millimetre. I've taken it down to just under 40 microns.
So that's better than before.
So it's like 8 or 9 times better than it was. I mean, if you spend longer, you'd get it more accurate. So it depends.
Not for DJs.
Probably not. No. And you need 2 as well, wouldn't you?
You would.
Actually, no, it's definitely for DJs. Everyone buy 2.
Yeah.
And then off you go. You let it go. It's now your record weight. And it switches itself off because it knows you're not using it anymore. But this is a fundamental issue that's existed as long as vinyl has been about. Nakamichi made a turntable that fixed it. But that obviously locked you into that turntable, and you can't buy one anymore anyway. And this is...
That is very interesting.
It's for me, it's my most exciting new toy, because I've been going through my record collection. I've had this for about a week, just under a week. I've been checking all my records. And unfortunately, the bad news is I've still to find one that is spot on.
Yeah.
But they vary, and it doesn't matter what it is. It can be 180 gram, it can be
200 gram,
you know, whatever you like. It all depends on the guy who's
because
put the hole in it.
they're all pressed on the original.